You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here. And welcome to this Christmas Eve edition of the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi. Thank you so much for spending time of your Christmas Eve with us today. Of course, as always, the ICC Hour being presented by our friends at Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. We've got another great show today as we wrap up our focus on the Belden Center by talking to Dr. Joe Lowder, the Dean of Economics and Community Services over there at the Belden Center. We'll also talk with Lowe and Heather McCormick about PTK and Honors College here at ICC, and we'll wrap up the show today talking with Shinall, who is signed with West Georgia's women's soccer team. Coach David Strother will weigh in on that signing as well. We've got a lot coming your way, so let's get to it here on the ICC Hour, presented to you by Renaissance Bank.
All right, Dr. Lowder, we've had a full day here at the Belden Center, learned so much great things about all the opportunities here at the Belden Center. So before we get into a little bit more, I'll give you an opportunity to introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
My name is Joe Lowder. I serve as Dean of Economic and Community Services here at Itawamba Community College. So I've worked mostly in education, also done consulting and a small business owner as well throughout my years, but passionate about what we do here, provide community. I'm an Itawamba graduate, and what the college has done for me and my family has been amazing. And so happy to work here where we're able to do the same things for other people.
You said a word that really kind of carries over the day, passionate.
Yeah.
And you can really feel that passion with all the people we've talked to today here at the Belden Center, because what you guys do is a little bit more direct than just say people coming in and getting a general education. You guys are, and everybody at ICC does this, but you guys and what you do, you're changing lives for the better. You're giving people the opportunities to improve themselves, their family lives, and things like that. So just kind of touch on that.
A lot of times we're the first step. A lot of times we're the first step for people. They may be coming in here for a job. They need money. They need something to sustain them and support their family or something. And so we're very fortunate to be the service providers for the WIN Job Centers. Not everywhere are those tied to community colleges like they are here. So the WIN Job Centers bring in people for a multitude of reasons. And so that's kind of the first stop for a lot of people that are here. But once we get them here, then yes, like you said, we have a lot of options, and pathways is the word we use a lot to get them to success. A lot of times we're the first people's, their first shot at success. Someone who's coming in who didn't finish high school, trying to get their GED or their high school equivalency, and man, that first certificate, that first thing is the hardest one. Right. So we're the first step along a lot of different pathways that can lead out and branch out to a lot of different things. And so we do have a lot of passionate staff that are here, that are willing to help. They understand the situations that people are in, and we try to do our best to help people navigate any barriers they may have to their success.
Yeah, we talked to Stephanie and Sanders, got on that in a little bit, and they showed compassion because they understand what you talked about in that sense was, it's intimidating. There's these people that, coming in either a career change or maybe, life happened, and just talk about just that the compassionate side of it is understanding and being there to help step by step. So that helps people have that sense of confidence and comfort, knowing that they're here more than just a job. They're here because they care.
Yeah, so the technical term for that is supportive services, but the human term for it is just trying to put yourself in their shoes, showing some empathy. So when someone comes in and they need a job today, trying to help them, with that request today, but also to help try to see the bigger picture. Sometimes it's really hard. If you need a paycheck on Friday, it's really hard to say, well, if you take this class for a couple weeks, you can have a bigger paycheck down the road. And so having empathy of where they're at, but then also being able to appropriately challenge them to look towards the future, to where they can earn more with more degrees, more certifications, even short-term certifications can get them more is I think something that our staff is really good at.
And we talked to Amanda and Lindsay about the adult education opportunities.
Yeah.
A lot of really great opportunities, not only opportunities, but incentives. The $100 to finish, the gas card, the travel vouchers.
Yeah.
It's really set up where it's set up for success.
And I'll say that a lot of that's due to a lot of great partnerships. We've had a great partnership with Families First for a few years now. That have given us some grant funds to help exactly those things you're talking about. Some of the supportive services that helps overcome barriers with the gas cards and things like that. Also, Second Chance Foundation out of Oxford has been a huge partner with some of that. That's been kind of their mission. And so that's something that's just come about in the last few years. If you walk in here and you want a high school equivalency, there's so much support and resources for that, more than there ever been. And so anyone that's looking to do that, there's a lot of opportunity for that now.
And of course, you talk about the partnerships. Of course, we get a lot of great grants. Toyota, a very important member of those partnerships. We talked to Barry Emerson about career education, and man, there's just so many opportunities through that program. Yeah,
we're doing so many things with our business and industry partners. Toyota being a huge one. I mean, just in this room, you're about to see Toyota's about to donate some robots that'll be in here pretty soon. We have an apprenticeship program with them. They have almost 20 students that are coming to school here a few days a week, working there 3 days a week. And this past year, we started what is the first ever in the world for Toyota, a high school program. So those high school students come to us first for manufacturing skills training for 5 weeks, and then they go into the plant and are mentored and brought into either if they want to work when they graduate high school or go on to college. Toyota will help them with that. So kind of on every level, we're partnering with Toyota.
Absolutely. And the really cool part of that is like the apprenticeship, the internships.
Yeah.
They work and get paid at the same time.
Absolutely.
So you're getting job experience, which when you do try to find a job now, that's so important to have that experience.
Absolutely.
But to have that experience and get paid for it at the same time, that's invaluable.
Yeah, it's invaluable for a couple of reasons. There's non-traditional students that need that income to be able to change their life. Maybe they're in a job where they're getting by, but they're ready to take that next step. And it's hard to leave that job behind and come to school. And this program allows that. We've called it the Careers in Advanced Manufacturing Technology and New Program, with support from Three Rivers and WIOA funds, another great partnership, actually helping support that program to bring more employers to the fold. I think we're up to about 16 or 17 companies now, besides Toyota, that are doing a very similar thing. So I think we're close to over 80 students that are in those programs now that can leave. These are high demand, high paying, really high paying jobs. I'm talking about straight out of 2 years, you're hitting 50, you can be at 80 in a year or two. So 80 grand a year. So that's a really great partnership. And so that's really important for the non-traditional students. For the traditional students, I think there's still a misperception. You graduate high school at 18, you think you gotta go straight to college. And that's usually from us. The parents are pushing that. Yeah. And so when you tell a parent, and we have one company that straight freshmen, first day they start is paying them $18 an hour.
Yeah.
That's the average is probably $14 or $15 an hour, but this one company, we had a student come in and he said, even these 3 days a week, I'm gonna be bringing home more than my father.
Yeah.
And he kind of choked up a little bit and realized the heaviness of that and where he was going to be after that. And so the fact that an 18-year-old can come in and make that much right off the bat shows the parents how important a career technical degree can be. And that can be another path, a more low cost and kind of high reward path at the end of it. They can still go to 2 more years and get a bachelor's degree and things like that. So there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of different ways people can be successful here. And I think that's one of the probably the best things about Belden is we just help. Everyone's got a different road, a different highway they're going to go down, and we try to meet them where they're at and get them on the right way and the way they want to go. So.
And I think you talk about the people just not understanding this. You just said $80,000 is an opportunity people can get.
We had a student come back and show his tax form
Yeah.
where he did $80,000 his second year out of school.
And that's the thing. Second year out of school, you're making $80,000. That, and of course, for some people, they may not understand this, but for some families, that is lineage changing opportunities where your family, as you said, the kid made
It
more money.
changes in a generation.
Yeah. So I mean, it puts you in that path, and these are jobs that people look at or formerly looked at. It's dingy, it's dirty. It's not that way anymore.
No.
I mean, it's so much. Just kind of lead to that. You can speak on it better than I can.
Yeah, there's the old term, and we still use it some, as industrial maintenance. A lot of people now are using mechatronics, some of those things. You'll look at the controllers here, these robots. You'll see that there's laptops plugged into these systems, and all these students that are doing these programs, electrical technology, precision machining, they're using very expensive advanced equipment, and the way they diagnose the issues with most of that equipment is through a laptop or iPad. And so, we get to work. I'm on the workforce side. We work really closely with the companies. There are a lot of companies that are retooling to be more automated. And the more automated it is, those jobs are moving from more kind of low skill, low wage to sometimes we call middle skill jobs. People that don't have the 4-year degree, but they gotta have some kind of technical expertise to be able to run those machines or work on them. And we're seeing that's starting here in Mississippi. Major retrofits of manufacturers are going to these more advanced automated equipment.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
At Renaissance Bank, we understand your company deserves individualized attention that will support your company's goals. Whether you're looking to finance or lease equipment, we offer flexible options to help you secure capital for your assets. Whether you're a transportation company looking to expand your fleet, a telecommunications company upgrading your capabilities, or anything in between, we can help you. We offer finance agreements or capital leases, tax leases, and track leases, as well as tax-free financing for municipalities and 501c3s. We've been providing financial services to businesses like yours for over a century. So let us show you how Renaissance Bank's equipment financing and leasing can benefit your company. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour being presented by our friends over at Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. We're going to step back into our conversation with Dr. Joe Lowder, the Dean of Economics and Community Services here at ICC, and learn more about some of the opportunities the Belden Center has to offer.
And one thing that Barry and some of the other people have talked about as well is your partnerships with these people in the industry, where they obviously it works because they're reinvesting in you by sending us robots, by sending grants, sending money, coming to pull employees out as well. But one thing that he talked about is your relationship with them, for them to be able to come back and say, okay, this is where our employees that are entering are struggling. Can y'all help train them better in this?
Absolutely.
And that's such a valuable asset to have those type of lines of communication with the industry.
And that's the workforce side. That's what we do. Sometimes we refer to what Barry and I do with career technical workforce as kind of like a sandwich. You got the workforce will do the very basic entry level stuff, basic computer skills, basic manufacturing, even in healthcare, basic CNA, the lower level. And then the kind of the meat of the sandwich is that 2-year degree.
Yep.
But then we also come back later and we do more advanced stuff in workforce. So, for example, if you did a 2-year degree here and you learned a lot about phonetic robots, but you need to learn about Yaskawa, we can set up a workforce class where we can give you a Yaskawa computer, and robot language to program and troubleshoot. That's after your 2-year degree. So that's kind of how we work together. We're kind of on the front end. The career technicals kind of the meat, the 2-year degree in the middle, and then we can do some more advanced stuff on top. So the employers come to us and say, they're doing great, but we need a little bit more of this. And it's not even just all technical. There's a lot of leadership. There's a lot of communication. This is a little technical, but we do a lot of Excel classes. A lot of companies are using advanced macros and formulas in Excel and doing charting in Excel, and so we do a lot of continuing education and workforce education in those areas.
And let's just talk about the Belden Center as a whole now.
Yeah.
A lot of great people that work here. ICC has a lot of great people in general,
Absolutely.
particularly Fulton and Belden. But you can kind of get that family vibe when you come in here. Everybody's just, it's small, so everybody knows everybody. But that, to me, really enhances, one, the Belden Center, two, the educational opportunities for our students.
Well, it really is the secret sauce. I mean, having all of this under one roof is unusual. Having all of this under one roof is beneficial to those people that walk in the door not sure what they really are here for. Having this under one roof is I think the envy of a lot of places. Usually we have people from out of state come in and they see all these connections. They see the Wynn Job Center, walking people over to get their high school equivalency, walking them over to get a workforce certification. Then you can literally walk them over to get a 2-year degree, all in one single building. And a lot of our industry partners, this is kind of their home where they come and have meetings. They're on our advisory councils and things like that. It breeds a sort of synergy that you can't have when you're kind of, discombobulated and spread out among different places. So the fact that we're all together, one thing we did when I came here is we've set up committees. We have cross-departmental committees with all these people, and some of those committees are even external partners that come in. Our economic development partners and stuff are on our internal college committees. And so having all that, this building really, I think, exhibits what the collaboration, what is our secret sauce, which is the collaboration, which is the connecting, is this building kind of, embodies that. You walk into the conference center and you see all the community partnerships there on the wall, and this building wouldn't be anywhere possible without that, and these programs wouldn't be possible without that as well. So there is that community spirit is here, and collaboration is here, and everybody's just kind of strive towards helping people, move towards where their goals to a better job, just a sustainable wage.
All right, so say there's somebody listening or watching right now that is at a point in life where they're thinking about a career change or thinking about just a new direction in life.
Yeah.
Sell me on coming to the Belden Center to figure out what I want to do.
Well, we just added a new person over here from the academic side, Dr. Emily Tucker. We have created a new office space where they can literally, all they have to walk in is the front door.
Right.
Go right if you're going to get a job or file for unemployment or something. Go left if you're ready to sign up for a class. All of that's right there in the front of the Wynn Job Center side, which is under a green awning. If I was trying to sell someone on it, I would say, we're able to address a lot of different issues, whether it's barriers and instabilities that keep you from coming to school, or if you're ready to take that step or you're missing one thing. We're usually the starting point for everybody. So not only are we going to help you try to get a certificate, get that degree, we're going to try to get you aligned with those services. We are the only one-stop comprehensive Wynn Job Center in 27 counties around us, which means we have MDHS, MDRS, Department of Employment Security, Job Corps, Veteran Services, all in this one Win Job Center at Belden. They're not at our other outlying smaller Win Job Centers. So all those services are here that we can connect people with as well. I had a guy another day, it was depression, which could be a disability and keep people from being able to go to work, and connected him with MDRS. He said he lost someone really important to him, and he hadn't been able to leave the house for almost a year. And this was a big deal for him to walk in here for the first time. And so he's going to need a little bit more than just us pointing to a class, and we have all that here. And so I think no matter what you're hoping to do, we may not end up being the place you do it, but we're going to be the place that gets you the right information. We're going to be the place that lets you know the lay of the land, what all is available to you in this area, and we're going to do our best to support and encourage as much as we can.
Well, Joe, on a personal note, this is something I've asked everybody today. What does ICC mean to you?
ICC to me means opportunity. Personal. My father dropped out of school in 8th grade, and it was actually a dean. My dad was working at a little place called Quicksack in Fulton, stocking the shelves, and they got pregnant with me. Said, "Hey, you really should get your GED." And my dad's like, what are you talking about? And this dean pushed and said, and supported and challenged and said, you were in the Army, you get GI Bill, all this stuff. And he really, held my father's hand through that. My dad got his GED. I think he took one class here, and then he got a better job. Back then, you didn't have to have the degree.
Right.
And so that one act of support and kindness changed my family's life. And so I know deep down the opportunity that's there, and that's the opportunity that my family got that we get, we can give to anybody that walks through the door. So I think opportunity is the word I'd use.
Well, Joe, and I know give you opportunity now to kind of speak to everyone that works at the Belden Center and also the rest of the ICC family, and show your appreciation for everything they do that helps make the Belden Center such a special place.
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. I mean, we could hand out awards every single day for some of the acts of people going above and beyond that they do. The stories that come in are really unbelievable. We really should have you guys here every day, just like it could be, the best reality show, because the stories that people come in and say a year later. We had a guy who was we did a class in jail, and the guy's buying a house a year later.
That's awesome.
And for someone to come in and say that, it's unbelievable, and that's a credit to each individual person that they meet. We don't know who they're going to talk to the day they walk in that door, but I know all the staff have that passion and they care and they want to get that person. These are our friends, these are our neighbors, this is our community. We're not in a big city. Everything we do here impacts our community, and I think all the staff that work here at ICC have that pride. They have that passion, and they know that anything they can do will help, not only help a person, but help our community as well. Well,
Joe, I appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know you're a busy guy, and everybody else here as well. And more importantly, thank you for everything you guys do here for the Belden Center.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Nah, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seed.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni. All at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza. At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour being presented by Renaissance Bank. Visit RenaissanceNation.com. You can find out about all their great checking options and more there at RenaissanceNation.com. We're talking now with Robin Lowe and Heather McCormick, and we've got a lot of titles to go along with this. Robin, Honors Director, English Instructor, PTK Advisor. Heather, Associate Honors Director, Math Instructor, and PTK Advisor as well. PTK, an awesome thing here at ICC. But before we get to that, Robin, PTK Faculty Scholar Honor, you are the recipient of that. So kind of explain what that is.
Yes, Faculty Scholar is basically an honor, and every year Phi Theta Kappa hosts the Honors Institute. It's typically at a university. It can be in California or Pennsylvania, wherever it decides to be. This summer it will be in Chicago.
Okay.
And what advisors do is they apply to be a faculty scholar. There is a set of questions that we are required to answer. We also have to submit an academic resume, and we have to take the future honor study topic, which deals with inheritance and legacy. And we had 7 topics to choose from, and we had to create a video presentation for that process. And I decided at the last minute, which I know is bad, I tell my students not to procrastinate, but I decided probably about a week before it was due to apply. I've been teaching 23 years, so I feel like now was the time, and I'm so glad that I did because I received it, and I'm the first PTK advisor at ICC to become a faculty scholar.
Well, that's awesome, and congratulations
Thank you.
on that as well. So we talked about PTK, and it's a great program, not only here at ICC, but across the state and across the nation as well. So I know y'all have been busy sending out eligibility letters.
Yes,
so,
very busy.
Yeah, before we get into that, let's just kind of recap real quick, because I know we've talked about PTK before, but let's recap real quick what PTK is and kind of how students are eligible for that.
So with Phi Theta Kappa, students have to have at least 12 hours, academic hours at ICC. Developmental courses don't count toward those hours. They need at least a 3.5 or higher cumulative GPA. So that's not just for one semester. That is a cumulative GPA. Students get that mixed up often. And we send out invitations several times a year for students to become a part of Phi Theta Kappa.
And I know, Robin, we've talked to a lot of the people that was in PTK on previous shows, and there's a little cost that goes into it, but the return on investment is amazing for what you get being a member of the PTK.
It is amazing. The dues are $110, but that covers your international, your regional, and your chapter dues. You can apply for Phi Theta Kappa scholarships. We actually had TJ McIntosh and Kaylin Johnson are our 2 recipients for Fulton campus for the All Mississippi academic team.
That's awesome.
And we have 2 recipients from Tupelo as well. And Basically, though, not just applying for the PTK scholarships, but students who are transferring to a university can earn a minimum of $8,000 in scholarships. Many of the students get everything paid for once they transfer. So a lot of students come here on scholarships and don't pay anything, if very little, and then if they become a member of PTK and work hard and be involved, that's kind of a big thing. You don't have to be, but we encourage students to be involved. Then they can transfer and start at that base $8,000, and it goes up from there. So return on investment, 110 versus a minimum of $8,000 over your last 2 years. That's pretty fantastic.
And beyond the scholarships, which is important to our students, they also get service opportunities, and we try to work on honing those leadership skills for them. And so this is a great opportunity to make them a well-rounded leader, a servant leader. And they develop friendships that last a lifetime through Phi Theta Kappa, not just within our chapter, but within our region, and sometimes even within internationally, the organization.
Some of our former officers are best friends with PTK members and other officers from other community colleges across the state, and it's great because they're at Ole Miss, they're at Mississippi State and other places, and we see them on Facebook together. So that community, that friendship, that bond that PTK can provide is really something they will carry with them throughout their lives.
And I think for me, one of the things that I enjoy best about being an advisor is watching our students grow. You know, we see them over the course from freshman to sophomore years, and especially our officers, we've really watched them grow. They grow as individuals, they grow in their relationships with each other, and it gives them a community. But I love watching them develop their leadership skills and other skills along the way.
And it's one of the biggest organizations on campus. And you were talking about, before we got in the interview, how many letters you had sent out?
Just sent via email 420 eligibility letters for all 3 campuses. So we've got 420 students who are eligible to join starting in January.
And roughly how many do you have in PTK right now?
Oh, that would be hard to say.
That might be just throwing that out there, but
we have a lot of members, but not all of them are active, so it's hard for us to keep track. Students can choose how involved or uninvolved they want to be. Now, we would love for them to be very involved and to serve as officers, but many of them are involved in other organizations on campus, in their communities, and so they may not be able to be involved.
All right, well, this brings me to my next question because I don't know. So how can they be involved other than, say like the officers and stuff like that? How can they be active in PTK?
We have monthly meetings the last Monday of every month at 12:10-ish.
And that's for Fulton, so Tupelo has a different time. They have a different time.
And we meet in Ms. Lowe's room, Humanities 110. We do post stuff in students' notes. Our chapter president does very well about keeping our social media updated.
Awesome. And real quick, give that social media information.
You can go to Facebook and just search Itawamba Community College, Phi Theta Kappa Upsilon Sigma, and join that. Facebook is kind of the easiest one to manage because Instagram and Snapchat can be a little daunting, so the Facebook is typically easier.
Awesome.
And Beta Tau Sigma, our Tupelo chapter, also has a Facebook page as well.
And you'll see a couple of their commercials throughout the show today as well.
Great.
Awesome.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa Beta Tau Sigma Tupelo campus.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
The Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value. Time that! You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this. Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. I asked her.
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here. And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi, being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. We're going to step back into our conversation here with Robin Lowe and Heather McCormick, and we're going to shift gears and talk about the Honors College here at ICC, something very interesting that you can learn more about. And we do encourage you to learn more about ICC by visiting iccms.edu. But let's get back to those interviews now with Robin and Heather.
All right, so let's shift gears a little bit. Part of PTK, and there's something new at the college called Honors College. So
yes.
Let's kind of just talk a few minutes about that as well.
So we are in our 3rd full year, I believe, of Honors College. We have about 100 students who are involved. And with Honors College, students have to have, for entering freshmen, a 24 ACT or higher. If they are a current ICC student, they need to have completed at least 12 hours at ICC and have a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher. Okay. And our Honors College students take 1 academic honors course every semester, as well as our Honors Forum course. In Honors Forum, we teach leadership skills. So again, we're trying to hone those leadership skills, make them better leaders. And they also do service hours through our Honors Forum class. They are required to do 10 service hours every semester. Okay. It's a great opportunity for our students who want a little bit of extra challenge. Mm-hmm. The class sizes tend to be a little bit smaller than your normal class sizes. Instructors are able to have a little bit more freedom in what they do, maybe some more hands-on instruction with the students, maybe put a little bit more on them to study outside of class so they can have some more in-depth discussions in class that they might not normally get to have.
That's awesome.
And again, these students get to develop that learning community, and that's what's important, is those friendships and having that community that they can rely on.
We have so much fun with them, especially in the Honors Forum classes. I have all the sophomores, so they're getting ready to graduate here pretty soon, and it gets pretty sad for us because we just get them and then they have to leave. But we laugh, we have fun, we talk about issues in our state, in our nation. We go have coffee at the grounds. Sometimes we go to the Caffeinated Indian, and we just do lots of really fun things with them. And we are opening an honors study lounge this spring in the Tech Ed building, currently the Tech Ed building, so we are looking forward to that, and that's only for honor students. So there are a lot of perks, like you get to register early, you get to know your instructors more, and you build that relationship with them, and your instructors are the ones who help with those recommendation letters. So when you do transfer, you can get more scholarship money and maybe get into those harder earned programs, whether maybe you wouldn't have gotten into if you weren't in something like the Honors College too.
And one of the other perks is we do honor socials every semester. Okay. We've done movie nights with our Honors College students. We've gone to Caffeinated Indian for just a kind of social hangout, game time. This year, we've been very excited. We took a trip to MUW, and our students got to be a part of our articulation signing agreement at the W. And the W rolled out the red carpet for them, fed us lunch, gave us a tour. And then in November, we traveled to Mississippi College for their preview day, but they did a special session for our Honors College / Phi Theta Kappa students. They toured us around campus, and one of the biggest perks of that trip was we got to tour the cadaver lab at Mississippi College. So that was really cool. An experience that our students might normally not have gotten. We're kind of hoping we're working with Delta State on an articulation agreement, and they have a planetarium. And so we are hoping in the spring to be able to take our students to visit the planetarium at Delta State.
We also have agreements with Mississippi State University and the University of Southern Mississippi too. So basically what that means is students can seamlessly transfer into those honors colleges. For example, Mississippi State just requires the GPA, and they just need a reference letter stating that the student's in that from one of us, and they go right in their courses, transfers, honors. They don't have to make up any hours or anything like that. So it's almost like they were already there, so they jump into that junior honors college experience, which is really great.
And the service hours help too, because some programs require service hours, some honors colleges require service hours, and so they'll count those service hours. And when you have committees that are looking at scholarships, students who have those service hours built up, that's a perk for them.
And that was one thing I was going to bring up, because a few years ago, whenever I was looking to start college, there were some that I had applied for, but I didn't have those service hours. And that was something I never would have really thought about, or really my high school never would have said, hey, if you do this, it would help. So that's been a big bonus there, just having that kind of building and boosting your resume for whenever you go. And they see Honors College, they see PTK, they know they're getting good students that they want to represent their college, just like we love all of our students that represent ICC.
And we know just with any scholarship, all the judges see, or the scholarship committee sees, are what's on paper. And you could have two students side by side who are the same majors, have the same grades, were involved in things like that, but you've got a student who's got all these service hours and who are in things like the Honors College and PTK versus someone who might have been in Phi Theta Kappa but maybe not in the Honors College and didn't have those hours. That person that's got more experience will probably get that scholarship over someone who doesn't.
And we were talking about involvement, whether it be with Honors College or Phi Theta Kappa. The more students are involved on campus, and whether it's, we would love for them to be involved with us in Honors College and Phi Theta Kappa, but if they're in other organizations on campus and involved, the more involved the students are, the better the recommendations that their instructors can write. I have students who come to me that I've taught in class, and that's about it. And it's very difficult to write a recommendation letter for them. But our Phi Theta Kappa officers, our Honors College students, we get to know them well. And so I can write more about just class. I can write about service that they've done for us.
And another thing is, too, in that sense of being involved, you know, we say this all the time, college is what you make it. So the more you're involved, PTK, BSU, and things like that on campus, the better your college experience is going to be. So, all right, so we talked about what it took to be a part of the PTK, what it took to be a part of it. Is there anything they have to do to special to apply to get into Honors College, or
they
is
just
it
have
like
to
the
sign
letter?
up for the courses.
Okay.
They have to sign up for the Honors Forum course and an academic honors course every semester.
Okay.
So I sent out those PTK eligibility letters just a little while ago. So what the students have to do first before they get that invitation is choose a chapter. And then, of course, in that letter, I tell them that they can contact either one of us or Miss Mandy Miller if they want to change their schedule and have honors on their schedule for the spring, because they need to be in when classes start on January 8th. Or they can just wait till January 6th when we're back on campus, and they can just come by or give us a call, and we'll be glad to help them get their schedule.
So they don't have to
for that.
They don't have to hit that panic button for the honors.
No. And there are plenty of places available in the Honors College,
Okay.
and we offer courses like Honors Comp 2, Honors American Lit, Honors American History,
Music
Honors
Appreciation.
Music Appreciation this year, Honors Psychology, Honors Public Speaking.
Biology,
so there's
too.
plenty
There's
of courses that they can take that will count toward their major.
So it's not anything they have to worry about. They go, oh my goodness, I've got to do this right now. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. We'll take care of them, as we always do. We'll take care of them.
And I would say, just kind of a plug too, you're talking about choosing a chapter.
Right.
Our process has changed over the last year because students would just come to us and pay their Phi Theta Kappa dues, or they would pay online. But now they do have to go into My Tribe first, and they choose a chapter, either the Fulton chapter or the Tupelo Belden chapter, depending on which campus they're going to be on. If they're on the Fulton campus, then they need to choose the Fulton chapter. If they're on the Tupelo campus or Belden, or going to be with the health science programs, then they probably need to choose the Tupelo or the Belden campus. And after that, then they'll get their official invitation from headquarters. And be able
they'll
to pay
get one for
online.
me first, and then the official invitation
and we'll
from
have
headquarters.
Orientation session for them.
January. January. I had a student email me right before we got started, and her question was, I'm on the Fulton campus now, but I'm planning to transfer to the health science. Which chapter should I join? Join that Tupelo chapter, because that's where we're going to be. That's where you're going to graduate, is from that program and that that campus.
All right. Now, do y'all float back and forth between Fulton and Tupelo, or do you have some people in Tupelo that also help with the PTK there as well?
We have 4 advisors on the Tupelo campus. I had to stop and count. 4 advisors on the Tupelo campus. Jenny Bowers would be the contact advisor for Phi Theta Kappa on the Tupelo campus.
Okay, and I'm just going to put you on the spot. Who else here in Fulton, or who else is involved or helps you guys with that as well?
Jay Humphreys helps us on the Fulton campus, and on the Tupelo campus, Delina Huckel, Bruce Ingram, and
our Lindsay Kennard-Jones.
There you go. So I didn't put you on the spot. Y'all knew what it was.
I didn't forget.
Well, we're running up against a commercial break. Before we get there, anything else you would like to add? Maybe encourage some people that may be on the fence. I don't know why you'd be on the fence to join a PTK with all the benefits, but
I don't either. I don't either.
Gotta do that sales pitch.
I know $110 seems like a lot of money, and especially around around the holidays and after Christmas. That can be a lot of money, but as you mentioned earlier, that return on investment is worth it. We have students who come back and say, is it too late for me to join? And there is a deadline. So we have to say, it's too late. Are you coming back next semester? Yes. Well, then their GPA drops and they miss that opportunity. So don't miss that opportunity.
I'd say, and one last plug too for some of our current Phi Theta Kappa students, are those who are thinking about joining Phi Theta Kappa. Some universities do ask for a verification letter from us. There are deadlines for those verification letters before the end of the semester, so students need to check students' notes for those deadlines.
It's actually pretty easy. If you just remember the last day to drop with the W, that's the deadline for that.
And everybody for sure knows that.
Right. And actually, when they go meet with their advisor in the spring, I know a lot of them will be graduating, but their advisors are sent information about the verification letters, about what all the universities require for that. So we just like those submitted by that deadline, because a lot of students don't realize that we're not here in the summer, and when we're gone, then it's hard for us to get back on campus to get those letters in by the deadline. So if they just remember, last day to drop with a W, if you have those requests in, then it will get there.
Awesome. Well, Robin, Heather, I appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know end of the school year, so things are kind of sort of.
It's quiet.
Yeah,
I love it quieter.
The campus is much quieter for sure.
Yes,
So once again, thank you for that.
Thank you.
We do encourage you, if you have a student or if you are a student that does qualify 3.5 GPA, cumulative GPA, do consider PTK. Like you said, I know that $110 sounds like a lot. But at the end of the day,
it's worth it.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, if you were to tell me you give me $110, I'll give you at least $8,000. I'm
there.
Yeah, I'm there.
I'm not a math person Heather, but I can do the math.
We'll be back with more of the ICC Hour right after this on Super Talk Mississippi.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our top priority. With a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Learn more about Wallet Hub's #1 community college in Mississippi and the 25th best in the country by visiting iccms.edu or apply online at apply.iccms.edu. Itawamba Community College. The best start here. And welcome back to the ICC Hour, being presented by Renaissance Bank, the best bank in the South, renaissancebank.com. We're now going to step inside ICC Spotlight, being presented by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, and talk with Shinall, who has recently signed with West Georgia. Coach David Strother will also talk about what Allie has meant to his program over the years. So let's go to that interview now. All right, Allie, a big day for you signing with West Georgia. Just talk about this day and how does it feel knowing you'll be able to continue your career?
Yes, it feels great, and I'm so excited to move on to a 4-year, and that was the whole plan coming in to ICC in the first place. Coach Strother and I always talked about that, finding me a good fit, and this was a perfect fit, like whenever I went and visited, and I loved it, and I'm so thankful for everything that ICC has given me and this opportunity to go on to the next level.
Well, what was it about West Georgia that just made it feel like it was a good fit?
Yes, it just felt like home there, and I like the small town feel. It's something I've just grown up with in Oxford and even Fulton, small town. And the coach there, I really respected her in the way that she recruited me and how she made me feel so welcomed. And the girls there were they were awesome. So.
All right, looking over your 2 years here at ICC, just talk about some of your favorite memories and just some of the things you'll take with you.
Yes, all the girls here, they've just been so loving, and they've been part of this journey, and I'm going to miss them more than I can say. And even the teachers and faculty, I loved all my classes, and honestly, the town itself, everybody here cares about you, and everybody knows. You kind of know everybody, and I just really like that feel. So I will definitely miss it a lot.
Well, we appreciate your 2 years here at ICC and looking forward to keeping up with you in the future.
Thank you so much.
All right, David, a big day for your program. Allie signing with West Georgia. Just talk about this moment for Allie.
Oh, it's a great moment for Allie, her family, for West Georgia and ourselves. West Georgia is going to get a phenomenal athlete and more importantly, an even better person. She's been a tremendous asset to our program the past 2 seasons, and Coach Stacy's getting a tremendous player that's going to add to things on the field and also add to things away from the field academically and just socially as well.
We'll talk about her progression as a player. When she first came to ICC to where she's leaving now to go to West Georgia, what were some of the biggest changes and improvements you saw over her career?
Yeah, I think with Allie, the biggest adjustment that she took place was just from the mental side of things. Allie's been a phenomenal athlete during her high school career, her club career, and just learning how to grow as an athlete and deal with adversity. I think that was probably the biggest asset that Allie was able to grow with through us here at Itawamba, and also just through her own direction as she had as a student athlete over the past 2 seasons.
Of course, now she's leaving in December to go to West Georgia. What do you feel like she can step on campus and the first thing she'll be able to bring to the program?
Well, she's going to be an impact player for them. She's going to be a great player on the outside, either as an outside back or as a wing. Coach Stacy and I have had a few conversations about that, and I think she's going to contribute straight away in the spring. Getting in early is one thing that we've been trying to do with our sophomore class here at Itawamba, allowing them to transfer and graduate a semester early if possible to go to that next level and contribute at the 4-year in the spring, so they can get acclimated to the coaching style, get acclimated to the new resources, and then come in and contribute in August instead of trying to get rushed in for preseason. I think Allie will be able to do that.
All right, appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it for the ICC Hour, being presented by Renaissance Bank. On behalf of ICC and all 3 of our locations, Dr. Jay Allen, all of our wonderful faculty and staff, and our student body alike, we wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas. Have a blessed day, and as always, Roll Tribe.